Alright, on this class, let's continue with another level of detail. There would be a third level. In order to do so, I'll hit Ctrl D, add a subdivision. In that way, we add more resolution to the mesh. And we'll start adding. We'll be getting closer to the character's shape. So let's start with the head. I like a lot to start from the lateral view. Zoom in around here. For those who don't have the model set this way, remember, we had to draw, and in this case, it's got front enabled, right? If it were disabled, we can also set this fill mode to 3. And ZBrush sets the mesh to be transparent. So we can that way see the image on the background. Well, I'll start using standard. For the time being, I won't use clay or any of these tools, since they are for more some more complex details. What I'll do here is to hold Alt and sanction this area for the eye. I'll check, for instance, over here on the front, where the eyebrows are located. I'll also mark the nose. I'll push a bit also this section of the cheeks. With Shift, when I press Shift and space bar, I can adjust the intensity. With the intensity set to 100%, it works like when I press Alt. It also pushes the polygons inwards, similar to when I press Alt, but it leaves the mesh more even. So I use it a lot as well. Let's I'll sculpt a bit more the nose. This exercise turns out to be quite interesting, since we really try to mimic everything from a reference. These kind of exercises add some concept tools for us to be able to manage later on creative processes when creating a character. These kind of exercises gives us the tools for that. I first have to understand how to move a polygon, how to make a shape, and later when I need to generate that kind of shape, it'll be easy. Alright, I'll select now standard, and by pressing Alt, mark the jaw around here. I should also lift it a bit. Very important for those who haven't seen this course. The first 3 courses about anatomy, you should have a look at them. Because finally, when I'm following the shapes of the reference, I'm not just mimicking the shape, I'm also applying some knowledge which is available in those courses. So sometimes you don't follow only what you see in the references, and when some people follow only what they can see on the references, the result is not that similar. So it's not about just copying the reference. You gotta have some knowledge behind in order to know how to get certain shapes where they should be located. Notice, for instance, I modeled the neck without having any need of watching the neck on the reference. So it becomes important to acquire that knowledge. I could also sculpt from this perspective view. Let's remember, I'll head to Draw and remove this fill mode in order to see the mesh properly. And what I'll do is to make this hole over here, Shift F. And I'll follow the blue line. Notice the blue line will tell me what I'm sculpting and thinking on this area. When I see that portion from the lateral view, it should correspond on this image over here. It lets me know I should sing this portion some more. Okay. I should add some more depth to this region. Since I can tell looking at both images, it should be more sunken. So I'll try to compare both views and make sure this curve corresponds properly, and that this line is well shaped accordingly to the background. It's basically about copying properly, so they've made it easy for us. I'm just adding some general shapes, and later on we'll add some detail. These superheroes normally have got a very strong neck. You know, somebody you shouldn't fight with. Alright, now the face is taking shape. The mouth is located over here. We've got already some interesting shapes. Over here on this portion, I could apply the knowledge I've got about anatomy for making a couple of shapes now, cause the head looks too square. It's important to start removing a bit that look. Okay. We are getting kind of a good basic shape. At this moment, this part of the skull won't really matter to us much, since it won't be visible. The cape will cover it. But I'm marking it in order to understand what I'm doing anyways. Okay, let's leave it there. We've made some progress on the head. It's got some more shape. Next step, we'll proceed with the shoulder and the arm. See you on the next class.